Good evening, everybody. We're going to tie the extended body Caddis. Pretty easy pattern to tie. We'll use tan chenille, 8/0 thread, rust brown, size 18 nymph scud hook, brown hackle, some elk hair, of course just a little bit of epoxy. It's relatively straightforward fly. It does take some getting used to tie. It's not an orthodox tying pattern, but not too terribly difficult, but very effective for caddis hatches. And what we'll do is we'll start the thread. I'll just get a couple of wraps on here. Let's cut the tag off. Then I'll continue butting wraps. Take your time, make it look pretty, to the point. Now, just a dab of cement. I get my brush pretty dry. Now I'm going to go halfway back, get a little bit of that chenille, doesn't take much. Set it on here. And be careful how you grab it because you want to keep it on the top. Try it one more time. Just like that. So then I'll come behind here because I want it to stand up. Like so. Alright, now I'm going to cut. I want the chenille to be twice the length of the shank. So I imagine this distance here, and I ride it. It's going to be right about in there. And remember that you can always cut more, but if you cut too much, you're pretty much done. Now I'm going to take a lighter and I'm going to burn the tip of this tail, but be careful, try not to burn your thread. Just like so. I'll put a little nice point on that tail. So after that I'm going to get some elk hair. And I don't want to grab too many strands like you do on the like a normal elk hair caddis. Grab about that many. I guess if you counted them, it'd be like 12, somewhere around there. I'm gonna get my hair stacker and want to get those tips aligned, pull them out. Now I've got my tips lined up, so I'm going to grab those tips there. You notice they're straight. I want these tips to end at the tip of this right here, so what I'm doing here is I'm sizing this up, okay, to where my cut's going to be at the tip of this eye. So now I know where to grab it. So now I'm going to lay on top of there with a pinching wrap, come down, another pinch and wrap, come down. We'll take a look at this here, see if I like it. I like it. So you get 3 or 4 wraps, let go of the thread, and pull this up. See if I still like it, and I do. So I'm going to pull this back, put about 3 or 4 wraps in there. I'm going to give it a half hitch in there, just a half hitch, just to keep everything in place. Okay. And after I do that, when I cut this, I want to leave enough flap to where it barely covers the eye of this hook. Okay. Just like so. Alright, now I'm going to come back, give it a couple wraps. Be careful here. You can really make this fly look ugly. Okay. Just like so. What I did was I put another wrap in the back because I'm trying to raise this tail. Now I'm going to grab hackle and just give me a small hackle. And I'm going to admit to you that this isn't the best hackle that I've had, but since these girls start putting it in their hair, more and more difficult to come by a good hackle. So I got me a hackle fiber, and I'm going to peel this off here. Okay. And now when I tie this in, curve up, and I'm going to tie the stem in where that thread is. Okay. So I'm just going to put one wrap, see if I like where I hit that, and I do. So I'm going to put another wrap right there. I'm going to fold that stem back. And to me this is important because it really locks in your hackle there. And cut that off. Couple more wraps. So, take my hackle, 2 to 3 wraps. That's 2. Let's try one more. 3. And that looks about right. So I'm going to put a holding wrap, come around, holding wrap, holding wrap. Now I'm going to pull everything back. Everything back and out of the way. And right behind his eye, I'm going to push this back just a little. Like so. Take your time. I'm going to whip finish around that. And I do epoxy this. Now I don't cut here, I just stab this off. Okay. Like here's my, I'm just going to stab that because I don't want to cut something I don't want to cut. So I just stab everything off. And there you go. That's the fly right here. Now I'm going to take a little bit of epoxy. I epoxy everything. I used not to, and you could probably not epoxy this and be fine. But the epoxy does make the fly a little more durable. So I'm going to put just a little bit of epoxy on that head. I'm going to take my bobkin. I'm going to stab this head. Make sure I didn't get any glue in that eye. And there we are. There is the extended body elk hair caddis. And I hope you enjoyed that. and it fishes well, and I hope it fishes well for you. Tight fly lines. Have a good evening.